Many years ago in a primeval pond there were many frogs. But there was one frog among them who was different from all the rest. His mother called him Julius.
Julius, you sit around all day doing nothing. Why don't you go out and play leap people with the other frogs?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, what is the matter with you, Julius? You haven't touched your lunch.
People have more fun than frogs.
Yes, I guess they do. Now eat your flies.
But it's no fun eating flies. In fact, being a frog is no fun, you know. If you want to have fun, you got to be a people because...
I know. People have more fun than frogs.
Yes, that was the trouble with Julius. People did have more fun than frogs, and he knew it. For many was the time he would sit by the road leading to the great kingdom and watch the people as they passed. They were all having fun. Julius couldn't stand it any longer, and knowing that he could never be happy unless he was a people, while the little frog hopped off into the dark woods to do something about it. By noon that same day, he arrived at the house of his fairy frog mother.
So you want to be a people, do you, Julius?
More than anything. Can you do it?
Well, of course. All I have to do is tap you with my wand, like this.
It worked, for he began to grow, and suddenly... Unfortunately, there are all types of people, and Julius had turned into the type that is fat and bald with a long nose. It's quite possible that Julius would have had fun, but for one thing. The first person he chanced to meet was the local bully.
Hey, Fatso, come here.
Yes?
Hey, let me see if that nose is real. Hey, what do you know it is? Boy, I'd like to have that thing full of nickels.
And from that moment on, everywhere Julius went, people laughed at it. Now, this is no fun, even if you are a people. So, Julius returned to the house of his fairy frog mother.
Well, land's sake, why didn't you tell me you wanted to be a handsome people?
Never mind. The point is, could you do it now?
Well, certainly. I simply have to tap you with my wand and...
When the smoke cleared, he had been changed into a fine, strong, handsome young man. Now, certain that he could begin to have fun as a handsome people, Julius hurried back to town. It was then that another unfortunate thing happened. The evil king of a neighboring kingdom declared war. And Julius was drafted. Army life was not easy on Julius.
Name?
Julius will run us.
Where were you born?
In a pond in New Jersey.
Very funny. Sign here. Next. Good heavens, where did you get those flat feet?
Well, it's simple, you know, like you say, I'm really a frog and...
Very funny. Next.
Turn your head and cough.
Hey, 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 hey!
There were months of drilling, marching, and intensive training. Then finally, Julius was marched into battle where his luck ran through to fall, for Julius was the first casualty. Weeks later, when he was released from the hospital, Julius once again hurried to his fairy frog mother.
I'm telling you, Frog Mother, I could not stand to go through a thing like that again, you know. So, like, you gotta make me 4F.
All righty. All I have to do...
I know, tap me with your wand, but not so hard.
A tap of that little frog mother's wand was enough to make anybody 4F. So, for the third time, Julius headed for town to have fun as a people. He'd only gone a short distance along the road when he suddenly heard a startling sound. And there, just ahead, he saw a large, vicious dog that had chased someone up a tree.
Go away, shoo, scat.
Then...
It's safe to come down now. Jump and I will catch you. Well, I will be. I did not know that dogs treat pigs.
I'm not a pig, silly. I'm a princess. And because you saved my life, you get to marry me.
Marry you?
Yes. Isn't it romantic?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
I'll have Father arrange for the wedding right away.
No.
Hey, come back!
This time it was a desperate Julius that ran to the house of his fairy frog mother.
I never want to be a people again. Change me back into a frog, Frog Mother. Hurry, hit me with your wand.
Can't. Broke it over your head when I made you 4F. But there is a way. If you can just hold out until the clock strikes 12, the spell will be broken, and you'll turn back into a frog all by yourself.
Peekaboo!
Julius ran like a deer for the next 5 hours. Then, when it seemed as though he simply couldn't take another step, the big clock in the tower struck 12. And with a blinding flash, Julius turned back into a frog. And he never did have any fun. Now, one would admit that this is rather a sad tale of a frog, but don't feel too badly because not a word of it is true, for you see, it's a well-known fact that frogs don't have tails.